Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to speak. It's not always been provided to UKIP for various reasons, particularly as we do feel, given on the last local election results, most of the wards in Samwell will be probably between UKIP and Labour contested. So, anyway, secondly, I'd also like to thank everyone for turning up from the other contestants, the other candidates, I should say. I'm watching too many game shows, or I used to anyway. But so thanks very much for everyone turning up. I have to confess, I live literally a stone's throw from here, yet I drove, which is something I must apologise to Rob for. There's no excuse whatsoever for that. I'd just like to say a quick word on what I believe to be a good society, and that is a society where, in general terms, the weak, the poor, the elderly, disadvantaged have provisions made for them to live the best life they can possibly live. And once those opportunities are available, every member of society can progress the best they possibly can within their abilities, etc. And I think probably everybody feels the same way. It's just how do you get there, how do you develop that society. I've listened to pretty much every table and can't really argue with, there's all really sensible solutions or potential solutions. Unfortunately, most of them cost money, and that comes down to the crucial question, how do you finance them? We now have 1 million people using food banks, as we all know, many in this area, and it's something which I'm sure pains everybody that's in this room. Yet at the same time we're told our economy is doing really well, unemployment's going down. I'd agree quite a lot with what previous people have said. Sanctioning is a really serious issue. I know for a fact people have been taken off the unemployment figures by stupid use of, you know, you were late, you were this, you were that, you didn't do what you were told, so it's a serious issue. Warley has 2 major towns, Bearwood and Smethwick, both of which I think are seriously in danger of becoming ghost towns. I'm doing quite a lot of work at the moment in Smethwick with the Sikh community. The Tesco Metro has closed down, and they're extremely concerned all the local businesses are basically in danger of going under. So, along with my Smethwick candidates, which for the Smethwick wards is Soho and Victoria, St Paul's and Smethwick, they happen to be 2 Sikhs and a Muslim guy. So they're working together, and I'm really proud excuse me, that UKIP's got those people working together historically, not necessarily would do, to actually fight for Tesco Metro to be replaced. Potentially we're talking to Lidl, Farm Foods, excuse me, various retailers to try and get that building back in use, because essentially the town centre's dying. So, I believe that young people of all ages get involved in crime because, and similar kinds of thing, inappropriate activities, because they feel that society is not providing them with the right alternatives, specifically long-term, sound, secure employment. And to a certain extent, unfortunately, the huge amount of migration currently going on is responsible for that. You can't build hospitals fast enough, you can't train doctors fast enough, and you can't provide enough schools. It's just simply not possible. With 620,000 people in the last year came in. That's a huge pressure, and all of these good initiatives, which they're brilliant, I've heard being party to quite a lot of them, they are all, to a certain extent, treating the symptoms, and you can't just ignore the cause. And one of those causes is huge numbers of people who rightly, if I was there, don't get me wrong, that's why you people in UKIP hate it when they say you're against migrants. Nobody's against a migrant. Every single one of us, if we were there, we would come here. That's what you'd do. Who wouldn't want a better life, better opportunities? But what UKIP is saying is the system is just, it can't go on like it is. I've spoken to ambulance drivers who said they get no breaks, they're working around the clock, you can't get a hospital bed. GPs are giving up all over, all over the place. GPs are retiring. In my personal surgery, from 5 years ago, I don't recognise any of the GPs. They've given up, retired. There's a recent survey said 1 in 3 are looking at retiring in the next 5 years. 1 in 4 are looking at going part-time. 1 in 10 looking at leaving the country. And at the same time, we have a situation where 50% increase is potentially going to happen in the West Midlands in our population in the next 5 years, and it's just not sustainable. So UKIP is different in the sense they see that is an issue. UKIP wants to address it by reducing potentially down to normal, in inverted commas, levels. Historically, 30 to 50,000 people coming in, not 620, albeit that 320 left, so it's net 300. So that's the difference really, only how do you get to that society? We all want the same things, we all want our weak and vulnerable people to be looked after, but it's how you get there that's different. And that's the alternative that UKIP is offering. So,
thank you.